Okay, Namaste. Hello, my name is Dr. Devendra Prasad Mishra, and I'm coming from India, and now I'm here in Germany. I'm a part of Yoga Vidya, Ayurveda Voices, and yes, today in this world we have this calamity known as coronavirus. So today we are going to talk about some of the measures and some of the data related with corona.
So, hier haben wir den Ayurveda-Arzt Dr. Devendra, der seit kurzem auch hier bei Yoga Vidya in Bad Meinberg wohnt. Und er wird heute zum Coronavirus aus ayurvedischer Sicht seine präventiven und Maßnahmen im Umgang mit dem Coronavirus darstellen.
Yeah, and it has almost 40 slides. So in my presentation, so please listen it carefully. And at last, you can ask me questions. And if you have any question or any comments, please ask me at last.
Also er wird zunächst seine Präsentation halten und danach sind Fragen per Kommentar oder auch verbal gewünscht auch, aber vorher eben nicht.
Okay. So because Ayurveda is a science of life, so it has healing for everything. And coronavirus it's not like that something we cannot treat or we cannot prevent. So first today in this presentation, I'm going to talk mainly about the preventive aspects of Ayurveda.
Ayurveda ist die Wissenschaft des Lebens und hat einen ganzheitlichen Ansatz für alle möglichen Leiden und so werden wir heute darüber sprechen.
Okay, so first of all, we have to understand what are the symptoms with which most of the people suffering at the moment.
Also zunächst geht es um die Symptome, unter denen die betroffenen Personen gerade leiden.
Yeah. So in common, if you see most of the people, almost 95 or 96% people who are suffering at the moment, these symptoms are similar to like flu, apart from some extra symptoms, but most of these symptoms are similar to flu.
Also von den meisten Personen sind die Symptome genau wie bei einer normalen Grippe und bei einem kleinen Prozentsatz eben nochmal unterschiedlich oder anders.
Yeah, these symptoms are like the cough, fever, sneezing, breathlessness, and some complications. Complications are like respiratory complications like pneumonia or some kidney disorders or other systemic disorders, but these are complications.
Okay, also die Hauptsymptome sind Husten, Fieber, Sneezing, also Schnupfen, Niesen, Atemnot und dann gibt es halt noch verschiedene Komplikationen, wie zum Beispiel eine Lungenentzündung, Atemprobleme oder Nierenversagen.
Yeah, but since you can see that most of these problems are actually these are general problems which also happens with any person who is suffering from flu or a kind of influenza.
Also es sind generelle Probleme zunächst einmal, unter denen auch Leute, die unter einer normalen Grippe leiden.
Yeah. And what are the risk age group? We have to understand what are the risk age group. So as we know that elderly people, because they are immunocompressed, means their immunity is weak, so they are always in the risk age group. So in this case also, those people who are above the age of 70, they are generally the risk age.
Also die Risikogruppe ist generell gesagt alle Personen ab 70 oder über 70 Jahre.
Mm-hmm. And then who should be more careful? So people above 60 years, they should be more careful. So one is risky age group above 70, and second is like who needs to be more careful? There are people above the age of 60 years.
Also wer auch etwas mehr vorsichtig sein sollte, ist die Risikogruppe, nicht die Risikogruppe, sondern die Personen ab 60 aufwärts. Genau.
Yeah. And then preventive for all, because at the moment people are they are afraid, so we do not need to be afraid, but we need to be preventive. So every person, alas, we need to be preventive.
Also im Moment sollten allerdings alle präventiv agieren, weil alle betroffen sein können.
Okay, and same time, as I said, okay, the people who are more than 70 years of age, they are more in high risk. But apart from that, there are certain diseases, like those people who have some morbid condition or chronic disorders, they are also in the like risk factor. They are in the risk age. who are more than 70 years, and together with that, who has certain problems related with like heart problem, like cardiovascular disorder.
Ja, also Menschen mit Vorerkrankungen oder generell einem geschwächten Immunsystem, die haben halt auch, gehören halt auch zur Risikogruppe, eben durch diese Vorerkrankung, das geschwächte System.
Yeah, like the cardiovascular system, then diabetes, hypertension, and if somebody has like chronic respiratory disorder like asthma or cancer. So these are the people who are on the high risk group.
Ja, also Diabetes, Bluthochdruck, kardiovaskulare Störungen, chronische
Asthma,
chronische Lungenerkrankungen wie zum Beispiel Asthma oder auch Krebs sind Beispiele für solche Vorerkrankungen.
yeah, and those persons who has no past medical history, like who are generally healthy, like generally healthy people, they have only 0.9%, less than 1% fertility rate. So we do not need to be fearful. We do not need to be afraid of this. We just need to be more careful and more preventive.
Also für Leute, die nicht viele Medikamente, die solche Vorerkrankungen eben nicht haben und generell gesund sind, da liegt die Sterberate nur bei 0,9%. Das heißt, wir brauchen uns erstmal generell gar nicht solche Sorgen zu machen, sondern müssen einfach präventiv agieren.
Yeah, it means like a person who is generally healthy. So a Gesundheit person, a person who is healthy, who has no problem with any disease, those person, the fertility rate is very less than 1%.
Ja, also Personen, die generell gesund sind, haben wirklich eine sehr geringe Sterberate.
Okay, and as you see here in this presentation, that corona, it can be seasonal, as general flu, like the influenza. Every autumn it starts and then winter. So as there's every flu is like seasonal, it can be also a seasonal flu, which comes and then go. So no need to worry again.
Also Corona kann eben auch eine saisonale Grippeerscheinung sein.
Yes, and there are some data. These data, first I will speak about some data which is related from the USA, from their Center for Disease Prevention and Treatment. And this is related with the data related with the what happens with the flu, like how many they have flu patients past some years, like 17, 18, then 18, 19, and their approximate estimation for 2019 and 20. So here also we can say like in 2017-18, they have 45 million flu illnesses. And in 2018-19, almost 35 million. And in 2019 and 20, they have the flu cases estimation almost 43 million. So we can say how many people are already suffering from this flu or influenza already.
Also hier haben wir eine Statistik vorliegen von den Grippeerkrankungen, saisonal aus den USA. Und daraus können wir genau ablesen, wie hoch da die Erkrankungsrate ist und auch die Sterberate.
Yeah, and from them you can say there are some fertility also, and this fertility which we see from the normal flu, you can see 2017-18 almost 61,000, and then 2018-19 34,200, and 2019-20 approximately 37,000. These are the fertilities, means like these many people die only in USA.
Also da haben wir halt ganz rechts die Sterblichkeitsrate, die sich hier ablesen lässt.
Mm-hmm. And then these are the data from WHO, like worldwide fertility from the flu. So almost what WHO says that each year these are almost like 250,000 to 500,000 fertility each year worldwide. So itself is a lot.
Also jedes Jahr sterben im Durchschnitt 250.000 bis 500.000 Menschen weltweit an Grippe.
Okay, so but the question arises that okay, if already so many people are dying or they have fertility with flu, then why we are worried at the moment with corona? Why so much chaos throughout the worldwide? Why everything is closed down, malls closed, shops closed, market closed, offices closed? Why?
Jetzt geht es eben um die Frage, warum ist jetzt bei Corona das Vorgehen so anders, dass alles geschlossen wird und wir uns so viele Sorgen darum machen. im Vergleich zu anderen
yeah,
Grippen.
yes, even though both of them are respiratory disorders, both of them are contagious, which can spread from one person to another person, and both of them can be fatal.
Also, denn eine normale Grippe, so wie Corona, lässt sich übertragen von Person zu Person und es gibt eine gewisse Sterberate. Wo ist jetzt der Unterschied? Darum geht's.
Okay, the reason is because we know about the general flu. We know about the influenza because we did a lot of research for many years. So past many years, we know that flu is going to come. We know that when the winter starts, then influenza is going to come. We know that, okay, so many people, around 200,000, 500,000 people throughout the world, they are going to suffer from flu, and we take it as a normal life. We are okay with that. But corona is new to us at the moment, and we don't know so many things about corona. So people are a little bit, they are in their mind is thinking, okay, what is going to happen? Because we don't have so much knowledge about it. That's why people are worried.
Also die Gesellschaft oder die Menschen machen sich so viel Sorgen, weil eben ganz viele Fakten über Corona noch nicht bekannt sind und vorherige Grippeerkrankungen bzw. Grippesaisons, die sind eben schon bekannt und da weiß man viel drüber.
Yeah, but in this time also, we still don't need to worry and so much of panic, because what we need to do, we need to be preventive. We need to find the preventive measures, and instead of being fearful, we need to be more careful.
Also Dr. Devendra sagt, dass wir einfach vorsichtiger und präventiv agieren sollten und es gibt keinen Grund zu Angst oder Panik.
Because what the data suggests so far at the moment throughout the world, we see that most of these cases, as I already said in the starting, that almost 95 to 99% of these cases, they are mild in nature and they can be handled itself at home. Only 1% to 2% people, they really need some kind of hospitalization or management. Other people, they can be managed at home themselves.
Also hier sagt er, dass nur ein ganz kleiner Prozentsatz von 1 bis 2% wirklich auch Pflege im Krankenhaus braucht und der Rest quasi von zu Hause aus geregelt werden kann. Genau.
Okay, and again, like those person I already talked about, like the elderly people and some person who has already some kind of illness, they are in risk. Together with that, most important point here is, if a person who is young enough, but still his or her immune is weak, then they are at risk for getting any kind of infection. Same way, they are also at risk of getting the infection related with the corona.
Ja, also eine weitere Risikogruppe sozusagen sind einfach Menschen mit einem schwachen Immunsystem, neben alten Menschen und Menschen mit Vorerkrankungen.
Okay, so what should be the first line of treatment? Let's talk about it. First line of treatment is no fear, okay, no panic, and be careful.
Also die Erstmaßnahmen sollten sein, erstmal keine Angst, keine Panik und vorsichtig sein.
Life should continue.
Das Leben sollte weitergehen.
As throughout the history we know that we survived thousands, maybe millions of years. Human civilization they said human civilization started just 5,000 years ago. But we don't know exactly when the life started, maybe 1 million years ago, and still it is continuing flowing, So we should also continue flow. We should continue. We should not stop. Things should not stop. We should continue. Life should continue. Things should continue.
Also das Leben sollte weitergehen und wir blicken halt auf eine Menschheitsgeschichte zurück, wo gar nicht klar ist, wo sie jetzt anfängt und wo sie weitergeht oder aufhört. Also es geht immer weiter.
Okay. So what preventive measure? It starts from home. At this moment, we should be a little bit more careful. So we need good personal cleaning habit. We say personal hygiene, good personal hygiene. And second is good social cleaning or good social hygiene. These are the two aspects. We should be careful.
Also die hauptsächlichen präventiven Maßnahmen hier sind einfach persönliche Reinigung, also einfach sich persönlich reinhalten mit Händewaschen etc. Und gutes soziales Cleaning auch, also halt eben die Vorsichtsmaßnahmen auch beachten, denke ich.
Okay, so when I speak about a good personal cleaning, it is not only limited with hand washing or face washing, because Ayurveda speaks washing of whole body. It means not only taking bath, but it is also detoxifying to clean your body. The gut, very important. So our digestive system, our Verdauung system, it should be also clean. So whole body should be clean.
Also es geht darum, den ganzen Körper zu reinigen, also auch das Verdauungssystem und
Yeah.
das ganze System.
Alas, all body part, it needs to be clean. Okay, that is in detoxification, which Ayurveda speaks. And then there are some techniques, some personal hygiene, like no touch, especially at the moment when people are so much caring about the corona. We should not touch our eyes, nose, or face or mouth time and time again. That is normal. Everyone know about it.
Ja, also insbesondere sollen wir nicht Augen, Nase, Gesicht und Mund anfassen jetzt zu Zeiten, wo es halt aktuell ist mit dem Coronavirus.
Okay, and same time there is also a preventive role related with the mask. Like if somebody feels they have the symptoms, if you are living in a community, society, so that is also, I think it's our duty. It's our duty as a good citizen that if we feel ourselves, okay, I have some symptoms, I'm feeling cough, I'm sneezing, and I have some fever, some symptoms, I should wear the mask so other person cannot get affected from me. First thing, and second thing is like if we are going in a crowded place where we see, okay, there are more than 5 or 10 people, or you are traveling any train or somewhere, it is better to keep yourself protected. So wear a mask. This is the how we should use the mask at the moment.
Also er empfiehlt halt auch, Masken zu benutzen. Einerseits, wenn man selber Grippesymptome hat und auch, wenn man jetzt irgendwo hingeht, wo viele Menschen sind, dass man einfach auch die anderen beschützt.
Okay, then this is the main part, which I think you were waiting. What are the preventive measures? So preventive measures in Ayurveda, there are many. So first of all is food. Ayurveda gives a lot of importance to food. Ayurveda says what kind of food you will eat, you become like that. So here I gave you the food which can give you good probiotics in your gut, because it makes your good immunity.
Okay, als erstes steht bei den präventiven Maßnahmen an das Essen, die Ernährung. Und hierfür wird Dr. Devendra einige Ratschläge geben, Empfehlungen.
Yeah, I will speak about all those points one by one. Just for starting, what are these points? Like fermented food, yoga, pranayama, then steam inhalation with essential oils, then food which contains more vitamin A and vitamin C, then fresh fruits and vegetables, and immune booster tea, some kind of tea Ayurveda speaks about, and then some herbs for immunity, that is rasayana, and then some marma points for self-care.
Also hier wird Dr. Devendra verschiedene Punkte noch abhandeln, unter anderem fermentiertes Essen, Yoga, Pranayama, Inhalation von essentiellen Ölen, Essen mit Vitamin A und C, Obst und Gemüse, Immunbooster-Tees, also Tees, die das Immunsystem stärken, Kräuter für das Immunsystem und auch verschiedene Marma-Punkte nennen, mit denen man sich hier weiterhelfen kann.
Yeah. So let's talk about the fermented food. As I already said, that fermented food, they are rich in probiotics. So these probiotics actually, probiotics means good bacteria. In our gut, there are millions, trillions of bacteria are there. Some bacteria are good, some are not so good. But these prebiotics, which comes from the fermented food, they are very good and they boost our immunity. So during this time, actually, when the winter comes, you should always go with the fermented food. You should not think, okay, now corona is coming, flu is coming, but you should always go for fermented food during the winter time.
Okay, also hier wird empfohlen, generell in der Winterzeit, also fermentiertes Essen zu sich zu nehmen, weil das reich an Probiotika ist und das sind Darmbakterien, die hier die sehr gut sind für das Verdauungssystem
und Immunity
und das Immunsystem.
And same time, we say that this gut is directly connected with our mind. So if your gut is happy, your mind is happy. It means if your gut is happy, then your mood is happy. So it elevates your mood. So multiple benefits of fermented food.
Ja. Also er spricht hier noch einmal an, dass Magen und
if your magen is connected directly with your mind.
Ja, dass Magen und geistiger Zustand direkt miteinander in Verbindung stehen und dass, wenn man den einen gut pflegt, eben auch der Gesamtzustand auch mental besser ist.
Okay, and here are some example of food which you can easily find here in Germany also. For example, you are, I think it is a traditional food for you, that is sauerkraut. Generally I don't suggest because it can make gas Blähungen, but in this moment now when people are so much thinking about corona, I will suggest you to go for sauerkraut. Then miso, that is another one which comes from the soya bean. So sauerkraut, miso, kimchi, kombucha, a kind of fermented tea, and then sourdough bread. A lot of bread people eat here in Germany. So sourdough bread, it is good fermented. This is good one. And some maybe traditional food, like in India, people eat the idli and dosa, that is fermented food. Maybe something similar here in Germany or Europe, if you can find, that is really a good remedy for making good prebiotics in your gut.
Also hier wird ausdrücklich Sauerkraut empfohlen, obwohl es ansonsten auch mal zu Blähungen führen kann, wird es jetzt gerade in dieser Zeit sehr empfohlen. Außerdem Miso, Kimchi, Kombucha, Sauerteigbrot oder Sauerteigprodukte und aus dem Indischen auch noch weitere fermentierte Lebensmittel sind Idli und Dosha.
Yeah, it's not like that you are going for idli and dosa. Just an example, like in India we have idli and dosa. So something similar, maybe in Germany you have any traditional food which comes with some kind of fermentation. You should also bring that food in your table, especially this time.
Also Idli und Dosha sind hier nur Beispiele und falls man jetzt ähnliche Nahrungsmittel hier in Deutschland findet, kann man diese eben jetzt verstärkt konsumieren.
Okay, and second one, this yoga and pranayama. I think you already know what yoga and pranayama do because we are here in Yoga Vidya. It's one of the biggest house of yoga in whole Germany and whole Europe. So yoga is not only good for our physical health, but same time good for our mental health. And this pranayama is good for our pranavata because pranavata, people in corona who has chronic symptoms, they're suffering from the breathlessness, means they cannot breathe. So when we do this pranayama, like related with our breathing, so this brings a lot of prana to our lungs. So those people who are doing regular pranayama, they will never suffer from any kind of breathlessness.
Yoga und Pranayama sind generell wichtig. Das Wissen setzt er auch quasi voraus. Und hier wird halt besonders auf Pranayama nochmal eingegangen, auf das Prana-Vata, das eben das ganz gut vorbeugen kann gegen Atemnot oder Atemlosigkeit. Und dass das besonders jetzt gut ist, um den Symptomen entgegenzuwirken.
Okay, and then meditation. At this time where people are so much worrying, their mind is totally, they are not able to think properly. So when people do the meditation, their mind can think properly. During the worst time also, if a person who meditate, they can tackle the situation more positively.
Okay, Meditation, um positives Denken mehr zu integrieren und einfach die Situation gelassener und realistischer.
Yeah, and when we think positively, then we boost our immunity. And this is what we need at the moment. We need the immunity. So think positively and enhance your immunity.
Und durch positives Denken wird auch das Immunsystem zusätzlich verstärkt und das ist genau das, was wir gerade brauchen.
Okay, then steam inhalation. Why we are talking about steam here? The reason is because according to Ayurveda principles, all the kinds of symptoms which is related with the corona or influenza, they are related with the alambaka kapha. Because what they are doing, they are hurting the lungs and this part which is related with which is a place of the alambaka kapha. So if you can balance your alambaka kapha, then those symptoms will go away and you are not going to suffer from any disorders related with that. So the steam, steam inhalation is very helpful to balance this alambaka kapha.
So,
it is good.
Dampfinhalation ist hier besonders gut, weil das
Alambaka kapha.
Alambaka kapha, ein Subdosha von Kapha, beruhigt eben und so auch wieder präventiv und gut dagegen wirkt. Ja.
Yes. Now, how you can use this steam much more efficiently. So there are ways to make it more efficiently. And this is like you can put 1 or 2 drops of some essential oils. So you can place actually some drops in your essential oil and you can take daily inhalation, especially during this time. So which oil? You can use this eucalyptus oil, very good for kapha, very, very effective. So eucalyptus oil, then basilicum or tulsi, if you can find, otherwise basilicum, then mint or peppermint, then lemon, rosemary, tea tree oil, again very good tea tree oil, and then cinnamon. These oil actually, what you can do actually, you can use as a steam or as a diffuser. So wherever you are working, if you are working in a maybe still you are working in your home or maybe some office where 3-4 people are still working, you can keep some diffuser in your room, and with some water and this oil, it can keep giving the steam. So first thing is taking the steam through your nose, and second thing is use this oil together with water in the form of a diffuser.
Okay, also hier wird empfohlen, mit ätherischen Ölen ein Dampfbad zu nehmen, ja? Oder auch durch einen Luftbefeuchter, Diffuser, mit Wasser und Ölen eben diese Düfte zu verdampfen, und so hat man auch diese äußerst positive Wirkung. Also Eukalyptusöl ist sehr gut für Kapha. Auch empfohlen sind Basilikum, Minz, Zitronenöl, Rosmarinöl, Teebaumöl, wobei hier darauf hinweist, dass es eine sehr gute Qualität haben sollte, und Zimtöl.
Yeah. So these are very good. And then some food, at the moment we should eat the food, not like eating a lot of potatoes or other things. We should eat the food which has more vitamin A and vitamin C. So we should take our mind what we should eat. So like all the green leafy food, whatever the green leafy food, they have a lot of vitamin A. It's like broccoli, spinach, carrot, So these are some examples. But whatever the green leafy vegetable, you should include these kind of food in your daily meal at the moment.
Also man sollte vermehrt Essen mit Vitamin A und C zu sich nehmen. Also vor allen Dingen kann man generell sagen, alle Gemüsesorten mit grünen Blättern, wie hier zum Beispiel Brokkoli, Spinat oder Karotten aufgeführt sind.
Okay, and for vitamin C, you can take a lot of citrus food like the lemon, orange, grapefruits. They have a lot of vitamin C, so you should include regularly in the form of your juice or whatever, or maybe the whole fruit itself much better. So these are a good source of vitamin C. Vitamin C always, vitamin A and vitamin C, they are always good for healing or as a preventive measure to boost your immunity. So you should always take them.
Ja. Also Zitrusfrüchte sind besonders gut, um das Immunsystem zu boosten. Die enthalten viel Vitamin C, und hier sind vor allen Dingen Orange, Zitrone und Grapefruit empfohlen.
Okay, and then always, I always give emphasis about that you take plenty of fruits because they have naturally a lot of vitamins, minerals, and same time vegetables, but fresh. Try to eat fresh food. Try to eat fresh food for each day. It's not like that you cook something day before yesterday or yesterday and you are eating it today. Especially this time, try to cook daily, try to eat daily. Don't skip your meal.
Also es wird empfohlen, immer frisch zu essen, ja? Und keine Mahlzeit zu überspringen. Immer frische Zutaten nehmen.
And you shouldn't miss your meal, of course. You should eat regularly.
Ja, also regelmäßige Mahlzeiten. Und
yeah. And here is some another tips for you. This is like immunity booster tea. So there are some herbs in Ayurveda which can be used in the form of tea. So you can make a tea with yourself. These are like very easily you can find here in Germany or in Europe. That is ginger, black pepper, long pepper, cinnamon, cardamom, basilicum, that is tulsi, and licorice, the sweet wood. So from number 1 to number 5, like ginger, black pepper, long pepper, cinnamon, cardamom, basilicum, you can take this in 1 part each. And this licorice should be taken half. Okay, so you can make your own mixture. And this mixture, make a tea with this. Daily you can take 3 times 1 cup of this tea. This is really good for immunity booster. So if you make this tea and drink this tea, you will not going to suffer any kind of problem during this season.
Also hier haben wir ein Rezept für einen besonders wirksamen Immunsystem-Booster-Tee. Und dafür haben wir die Zutaten von oben nach unten: Ingwer, schwarzer Pfeffer, langer Pfeffer, Zimt, Kardamom, Basilikum und Süßholz. Und das wird alles bis auf das Süßholz zu gleichen Teilen in die Teemischung gegeben. Von dem Süßholz gibt es nur den halben Teil. Und davon kann man dreimal täglich, ist jetzt empfohlen, ein Glas zu sich nehmen.
Okay, and then there are some herbs for immunity because Ayurveda speaks always about you should bring your immunity inside. Because Ayurveda speaks, if you are healthy from inside, then whatever bacteria, viruses, fungi, protozoan, helminths comes from outside, they cannot affect you. It means you have to be strong from inside. Our immunity needs to be strong. You have to be strong inside. Not depend upon okay, things are coming, bacteria, viruses affecting me. No, because just for example, you see, I'm in this room. We don't know how trillions of bacteria, viruses are here, but I'm not getting affected with that. So similarly, okay, corona is a new thing, but still, if you are strong from inside, it cannot affect you. As most of the people, as you see that most of the cases from up to 98, 99%, they are mild in category. Because I think people who has good immunity, they will not get affected with this kind of crisis at the moment.
Also er vertritt halt die Ansicht, dass Leute mit einem guten Immunsystem, die von innen heraus gesund sind und gestärkt in ihrem Immunsystem, kein großes Risiko tragen bei diesem Virus und dass man einfach sein Immunsystem von innen heraus stärken muss und dann können einem auch die ganzen zahlreichen Viren und Bakterien, die von außerhalb kommen, nichts anhaben.
So there are some herbs for immunity like amlaki, haritagi, trifla, brahmi, good for mind also. Then yastimadu, that is sweet wood. Then amrita, that is giloy. Then sankapushpi, pippali, ashwagandha, and chonpras, which is a kind of paste from Ayurveda. So these are some examples. Ayurveda has a lot of others, and Ayurveda they say that these are the rasayana. Rasayana means rejuvenator, and same time they are our immunity booster. So we can take any one of them, or we can also have some mixtures out of them.
Also hier sind halt verschiedene Kräuter, speziell auch, die das Immunsystem stärken, aus dem Ayurveda aufgeführt. Und wir können entweder einzelne davon einnehmen oder auch gewisse Mischungen dieser Kräuter. Und die gelten als Rasayana, was so viel heißt wie gesundheitserhaltend.
They are rejuvenator, which can rejuvenate our cells, our tissues.
Okay, also die helfen auch, unsere Zellen gesund zu halten und zu erneuern und das Gewebe gesund zu erneuern. Und die sind halt hier aufgeführt. Ich glaube, das könnt ihr ja alle sehen.
Yes. And then they are, because at the moment, when people are in this kind of situation, their digestion needs to be very good. So here is again one recipe for you. So especially the digestion, our stomach should be clean. So for that, what we can do? So I'm giving you one recipe for that. Everyone, you can make a recipe yourself. This is easily, you can find it here. That is like you make trifla 100 gram, then you mix trichotu inside 40 grams, then black salt 25 gram, and cumin seed 40 gram. This is the recipe, okay? If you just a little bit fry, roast cumin seed, and then make a powder, that is better. So you need to make a mixture of all these 4 herbs together with salt, and then this should be taken 6 gram, like 1 teaspoonful of this one, you can take with 1 glass of warm water, nach dem Abendessen, after your night dinner. So that is very good for cleaning your stomach and good for digestion.
Also hier haben wir auch eine spezielle Kräutermischung für die Verdauung. Es ist in diesen Zeiten besonders wichtig, dass die Verdauung gut funktioniert und gut läuft. Ja? Die Angaben sind in Gramm, also mischt man diese Zutaten eben zusammen. Bei den Kreuzkümmelsamen, da wäre es am optimalsten, wenn man die röstet und dann klein malt und dann darunter mischt. Dann nimmt man 6 Gramm, also das entspricht ungefähr einem Teelöffel, in warmem Wasser nach dem Abendessen.
Okay. Yes, that is very good. And apart from that, if somebody has something more problem, then you can also use charcoal and things from here. That is healing soil, very very famous in Germany or Europe. So you can also use healing soil 1 spoon or 2 spoon daily. So in this time, if your gut is neat and clean, that is the best thing to boost your immunity.
Also, dass der Magen und das Verdauungssystem sauber ist, das ist der beste Immunsystem-Booster in diesen Zeiten. Und um das auch noch zu fördern, gibt es Kakao aus Indien oder die Alternative, die es auch in Deutschland gut gibt, ist Heilerde. Und davon kann man täglich 1 bis 2 Esslöffel zu sich nehmen.
Okay, and apart from that, there are some basic tips during this time, because there's this the problem related with the coronavirus, or because symptoms are similar to which is related with the kapha imbalance, especially alamka kapha and pranavata. So the tips is stay away as soon as possible with cold and wind, which is not good. Cold is also not good. Wind is also not good for the kapha imbalance. So first thing is stay away with cold and wind.
Also halte dich von Kälte und Wind fern, also pack dich immer gut ein und setz dich nicht unnötiger Kälte aus. Das ist vor allen Dingen wichtig für das Pranavata und
Kapha. Avalambaka kapha. Yes. And second thing is always eat warm water, warm food and drink warm water.
Warmes Essen und warme Getränke immer.
Yeah. And during this time, you should rehydrate your body. It means drink plenty of warm water. If you can place some ingwa inside, some ginger, you can make a ginger water. How much you drink, that is better for you.
Ja, also ist die Empfehlung, sehr viel zu trinken und auch gerne Ingwerwasser, wenn es dann, ja genau, gerne auch Ingwerwasser.
Okay, and please don't skip your meal. Eat your meal regularly. If possible, regularly your breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Also ganz regelmäßig essen, Frühstück, Mittagessen und Abendessen auf keinen Fall oder wirklich nicht irgendwelche Mahlzeiten überspringen oder auslassen.
Yeah, and same time you can also include some spices in your food, like this turmeric, curcuma, this natural antibiotic. Natural, it also boosts immunity. So curcuma, like turmeric or coriander, and garam masala. During this time, it's cold here in Germany or Europe. So if you use the garam masala, it's naturally good for kapha balancing. So in your food, especially this time, you can have a little bit more garam masala.
Ja, also besonders als Kräuterzusatz fürs Essen ist hier noch empfohlen Kurkuma, sehr antibiotisch und sehr hoher Immunsystembooster. Koriander ist auch empfohlen und auch Garam Masala ist sehr gut.
For kapha balancing.
Kapha zu balancieren, auszugleichen.
And then there are some marma points for self-care, because Ayurveda also speaks about the marma points, and I especially work on the marma points. And these points are actually which are good for, first of all, to keep our mind in peace, lesson, so especially some points of the head. And same time, I'm going to tell you some points which are good for our immunity booster, which boosts our immunity.
Also hier werden jetzt verschiedene Marma-Punkte aufgeführt werden, einerseits um den Kopf herum, um den Geist zu beruhigen und es werden auch noch speziell Immunsystem boostende.
Okay, and we can use it regularly daily.
Das kann man dann regelmäßig und täglich auch gerne machen.
Okay, so I will show you in the form of pictures. I hope you can see. You can see this is first point. This is the adipati here. So how you can use it, your adipati point is, if you are doing yourself, left hand here and right hand you can use here like this, and this point is in the middle. I hope you can see in the picture over there in the PPT. And yourself, always go from your side clockwise direction and 20 times one time. Like when you do 20 times in the middle of this adipati marma. This is adipati. Okay, it gives tranquility. It makes us calm down.
Für das Adipati Marma bewegt man den Finger, wie gerade gezeigt, am Hinterkopf im Uhrzeigersinn 20 Mal und das beruhigt uns mental.
Okay, and second point, I hope you can see in the picture, the second point, that is Stapani Marma. It is here, Stapani Marma. This is here when I'm doing with my 2 fingers, but when you are doing, you can use your own finger, this finger, and you can just do it here. It's quite relaxing point actually. Again, go very slow, little bit pressure and very slow. And this is also a very good point for our mental and general health also, and same time to make us relax, in the way, okay, and to bring us sleep, deep sleep. So this is the second point, Istapani.
Der Astapani Marma-Punkt ist besonders dafür da, uns zu beruhigen, zu relaxen und dass wir gut schlafen können und tief an den Schlaf kommen.
Okay, And third point, that is aplapa. As you can say, this point is in our chest region, so it means it is good for the respiratory system and for the kapha balancing. So this point, kapha balancing point, okay, and same time good for the immunity, but especially here when we talk about, then it's good for kapha balancing. This is aplapa. So if you see aplapa, so from the best, we just go 2 fingers up, and then in the 45-degree angle from here, almost 2 fingers laterally. So here is the aplapa for each person, you know, and you can see, I think in this photograph, you can see clearly. And this point also, again, both the sides we are doing, because the point from here, they are single, but this aplapa, one is here, one aplapa is here. So first you do one side clockwise, same rule, like 20 times, the other side clockwise 20 times.
Dieser Punkt ist besonders gut fürs Atemsystem, für die Lunge und wirkt Kapha beruhigend, Kapha balancierend. Und auch hier ist die gleiche Hergehensweise, dass man im Uhrzeigersinn 20 Mal eben das macht und auf beiden Seiten. Also es ist ein Punkt, der beidseitig gedrückt wird, auf beiden Brust.
Okay, and another point which is also very good for our you can say related with the kapha balancing and for our respiratory system, that is the kurpara. So this kurpara point is actually in line of this. If you see this thumb line, if you go like this way, and maybe in picture also you can see how to hold it, how I'm holding it, you know. So this point you can hold if you are holding yourself like this way, you know, and you give again pressure. So you hold from both sides and then you press. Okay, you can just get pressure here like this way, but holding from both the side. Maybe you can see in the picture clearly over there how I'm holding it. Okay, this is kurpara, again very good for respiratory system and for the kapha balancing.
Hier, dieser Mama-Punkt ist auch besonders gut wieder fürs Atemsystem und auch fürs Immunsystem. Und da wird an beiden Seiten gedrückt und
kapha balancing.
Ja, yes. Und gleicht Kapha aus.
Okay, and the next point here you can see clearly. I hope the picture quality is good. There is the Madibandha. So Madibandha is like on the root of when this thumb is finishing. So this point again, you can hold yourself like this way. Okay, you can see over there also how I'm holding. You give pressure from both the sides like this way. Okay, and then so this is Madibandha point. Again, very good point for our respiratory system kapha balancing. You know, especially we say these joints are the place of the Shleshma kapha, a form of kapha, you know, and in general good for the kapha and for the respiratory system.
Also hier haben wir auch wieder einen Mama-Punkt, der gut fürs Atemsystem ist und Kapha balanciert, und man sagt auch, dass ein Sitz von Shleshaka-Kapha im Handgelenk ist und so auch besänftigend auf Kapha wirkt.
Yes. And then this is another point, that is Janu. Janu is like related here, in where our knee is just like where the patella, you know, where it is finishes, the patella bone here. So the point is here actually. So for that you have to make your leg straight, and then the point is yourself. You can do like this way. If you are doing yourself, then just clockwise one side and then other side. That is a Janu Marma.
Der nächste Mama-Punkt ist direkt unter der Kniescheibe, und da wird wie gezeigt mit beiden Daumen zugedrückt und von rechts nach links 20 times?
Yes, same.
20 Mal von rechts nach links eben gedrückt.
Okay, and then don't forget to sleep, because sleep is also very important. So during this time, everyone needs to sleep minimum 7 hours deep sleep at night. Try to go to bed at around 10 o'clock.
Versuch wirklich spätestens 10 Uhr ins Bett zu gehen, weil Schlaf ist jetzt besonders wichtig und auch generell, also mindestens 7 Stunden Tiefschlaf sollten drin sein.
Okay, and if somebody has some problem related with the sleep, try to do yoga nidra before, just like try to take your dinner, your evening food at around 6 to 7, and before going to bed, just do some yoga nidra, or maybe you can do yoga nidra in your own bed, then you can sleep very deep.
Also schau, dass du früh zu Abend isst, so circa 6 bis 7, und dann vor dem Schlafengehen Yoga Nidra machst.
Okay, so we see this is a difficult time because what is happening everywhere, people are panicking. But if you see another way, maybe this is some kind of opportunity for you. Maybe it's an opportunity for you because we were always, so far in our life, we were looking outside. We never had the opportunity to look inside. So maybe this is the opportunity for us to look inside, maybe do some sadhana, maybe doing some meditation, mona, like keeping quiet for maybe for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it is, quietly. Maybe we do some kind of maybe vipassana meditation or looking inside to go in our inner consciousness and find our inner self. So maybe this is an opportunity for us to do that. So instead of being fearful, thinking negatively, find positivity. Try to do it, and it will really help you immensely.
Ja, konzentriere dich auf ein positives Denken und schau, dass du den Fokus auch auf die Möglichkeiten richtest, die sich aus dieser Situation ergeben. Nicht nur auf Angst und Panik schauen, sondern auch, was sich da einfach für dich ergibt, dass du auch mehr Innenschau betreiben kannst, Sadhana, spirituelle Praxis und auch Schweigen wird hier empfohlen. Ja, viel meditieren.
Because life is not short, it's long. You have to live long, So there are so many things, so many challenges will come. This is also a challenge. This is time, like we so big now, from a small baby and now we're so big. So time comes, goes, time passes. This is also a phase in our life. It will also pass by. So just be patient, calm, and just take it as an opportunity to find inner self. Alles will be good.
Ja, das Leben ist eben doch länger, als man denkt, sagt er, und alles kommt und geht und so kannst du das als Phase des Lebens sehen, in der man trotzdem weiter voranschreitet und ja.
Okay, then thank you. So if you have any questions, so we are now open with that. You can ask your question by using your microphone, or you can also send your question in the comment section here.
So, wer jetzt Fragen hat, der kann sich mal selbst auf laut stellen und das einmal kundtun. Also wir sind jetzt auch noch nicht so lange vertraut mit dem Programm, deswegen wäre es hilfreich, wenn ihr eine Frage habt, eben euch auf laut zu stellen. Okay. Entschuldigung, jetzt habe ich die Fragen gefunden. So, wie bekommt man Ton? Ja. Hat niemand Fragen? Ging nicht, habe nur ein anderes Endgerät. Okay, so, dann schaue ich jetzt einfach mal nach der Reihenfolge. Sorry, Dr. Devendra.
Alles klar.
Sandra Lasato, ich stelle dich jetzt mal laut. Ja, du warst die Erste, die hier geschrieben hat. Entschuldigung, ist noch ganz neu mit dem Programm hier. So, wo haben wir sie? Haben wir nicht hier drin? Okay. So, dann kommt jetzt ein Nutzer, den ich nicht genau, der H6FH7ODD. Kannst du mal bitte kurz was sagen, wenn du das gehört hast? Hallo, hallo?
maybe she can write over here.
Ja, oder machen wir es einfach so, ja, Entschuldigung für die Komplikation, wer jetzt Fragen hat, der kann die in den Zoom-Gruppenchat stellen, ja, und dann werde ich die übersetzen und vorlesen.
Hier wäre eine Frage.
Bitte?
Hier wäre eine Frage.
Ach ja, bei Facebook oder?
Bei Instagram.
Mhm.
How is it with animals? Somebody has a dog who's 6 months old, and how can she make him strong? Or is he in danger anyways?
Okay. For the actually, Ayurveda also speaks about the for the animals, you know, how to make them strong. For the animals also it goes same thing. Most of the times, you know, like you should give them good meal, regular meal, you know, and at this time also don't give them anything cold. Give them everything warm, and try to cook their meal also instead of depending upon the food which is coming from outside, the dog meal from there. I will suggest you to cook the meal at home for them also. And if you can, if your dog can eat this sauerkraut or miso or kimchi, maybe you can give this to them also. Why not? Or anything prebiotic to make their gut strong, you know. So like the food which has this prebiotic, you can give to your dog also. Then you can make them strong.
Also für Tiere gilt im Endeffekt das Gleiche wie für Menschen. Also sollten warme Mahlzeiten zu sich nehmen, gute und regelmäßige Mahlzeiten und ruhig frisch gekocht auch für die Tiere.
Okay. If anyone has any more questions, then maybe you can ask.
Okay.
Yes.
Here are some questions. Does fasting makes any sense at this moment?
I will suggest you at the moment, it is individual question. Again, the fasting is like individualized, you know. But I will suggest you, as I said, try to eat regularly at the moment. Try to eat regularly. And if it is must for you to do fasting, so you can do maybe fasting, just maybe, okay, today my fasting is only with having some soup. Maybe I'm making green bean soup today. So this can be a fasting way of eating light, because Ayurveda gives emphasis upon, okay, if you want to do fasting also, eat light on that day. So maybe you can just make some soup with some beans, or maybe some vegetable stock, vegetable soup. That will be the fasting for you, but not completely empty stomach, in my personal opinion.
Also das mit dem Fasten ist eine ganz individuelle Frage und er empfiehlt eher, dass ein Fasten auch mal so aussehen kann, dass man eine leichte Mahlzeit, wie zum Beispiel hier erwähnt, Suppe mit grünen Bohnen zu sich nimmt, ja, Mungbohnen, denke ich.
Yes. And vegetables, green vegetable soup.
Genau, und eine Suppe mit grünen Gemüsesorten.
Yes. So you can do, but not often. Maybe once in 2 Wochen.
Okay. So another question, do you have tips for elderly people, and what should the people do with the first symptoms?
Okay.
What should they do first?
Yeah, the thing is, for elderly people, there are two things. Because in Ayurveda says that anyone who is above 50 years, here I would say above than 60 years, they have Vata. Vata is number one, because we are the age. In Ayurveda says childrenhood, that is the age for Kapha, middle age, that is the age for the Pitta, and when you go cross across 50 or 60, then is age for the Vata. And this problem, as far as I understand, it is related with both Kapha and Vata. So they need to balance both. So for elderly people, a regular massage, self-oil, warm oil massage, it gives them good strength and good immunity. That is the first thing what they can do.
Als erstes wird für ältere Menschen auf jeden Fall regelmäßige Massage empfohlen, da sie vorherrschendes Vata haben aufgrund des Alters.
Okay. And second thing, because at the moment, if they have any kind of symptoms which is coming, maybe mild symptom, maybe it's not corona, just a flu, then stick to things which I told you. There are many things for the kapha balancing I already told you, like you can make some immunity booster tea. But same time, it is also kapha balancing. Have more ingwa, like warm things, warm spices in food, like ingwa, pepper, and cinnamon, or this licorice. These are the warm things which are good for throat and same time for the kapha balancing. You can use them in your food. Garam masala, of course, and warm essence, warm water.
Also hier wird auch wieder generell für alle möglichen Grippesymptome die schon genannten Kapha-balancierenden Maßnahmen empfohlen und auch nochmal betont, dass warmes Essen, warmes Trinken, Wärme generell, wärmende Gewürze, Kräuter, alles sehr empfohlen ist.
Yeah, and if at the moment I know that the sauna places are closed, but if you have possibility to do some kind of sauna in your own house, you can do it. Or otherwise, you can have warm water tub. Everyone house, I think you can have this water tub. So you can just make the warm water over there, temperature around 40, 41 degree. And before going to bed, you can just lay down on that water. It is quite relaxing, I'm telling you, and same time very good for balancing both vata and kapha, and you'll get very sound sleep. So before going to bed, warm water tub, just relax over there for 15 to 30 minutes.
Also Sauna ist hier empfohlen, aber was realistisch umsetzbar ist, ist vielleicht ein heißes Bad zu nehmen, vor allen Dingen vor dem Schlafengehen. Hilft es dir nochmal runterzukommen und tiefer in den Schlaf zu kommen.
Okay, any other questions?
Genau, man fragt nochmal nach Fragen. Gibt es jetzt nochmal die Chance, etwas in die Kommentare zu schreiben? Auch gerne sonst bei Facebook und Instagram.
Anyway, you will have also possibility later also if you have any questions, because now I'm here in the Yoga Vidya Ayurveda offices. So you can always, and you can find the information regarding our email address. So you can also ask question by email related with the Ayurveda offices or with the Yoga Vidya. I'll be very happy to answer your mail or your question, your queries.
Ja, also hier verweist Dr. Devendra auch nochmal darauf, dass er jetzt hier in Hornbad-Meinberg auch bei Yoga Vidya noch ansprechbar ist für Fragen hinterher. Dafür wird der Kontakt auch noch rausgegeben. Und da könnt ihr ihm auch gerne eine Mail schreiben oder ihn kontaktieren. Er ist jetzt hier in der Ayurveda-Oase tätig und ist auch nach Bad Meinberg gezogen.
Yeah, you can always ask. You can write email or yes, at the moment email is the best way to reach me.
Ja, also E-Mail ist der beste Weg im Moment, um ihn zu erreichen. Und könnt ihn immer fragen.
Okay, looks like there are no more questions. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
There's a thank you from Oase.
Okay, thank you, and thank you very much. Namaste, and all the best to you all. And let the life win. Okay, let the life win. Continue your life.
lasst das Leben gewinnen und lebt, fahrt fort zu leben.
Things will continue. Nothing should stop. Things should continue.
Es sollte alles weitergehen, also es wird auch alles weitergehen und so sollte man auch sein Leben weiterleben.
Okay, so my best wishes to all of you for this tough time. I think things will be settled down soon.
Nochmal die besten Wünsche von ihm und er denkt, dass die Sachen sich bald auch wieder beruhigen und wieder ersetzen.
Okay, ciao.